they're so real. Already know exactly how you feel. See the head, not like seeing a steeple. You damn well know they're one of the people. Nobody breaks us, 'cause nobody made us, and no one can take this 'cause we got their fix. We are the people, we are the people, we are the people. Don't mess with this.
Good morning and welcome to Patrick and the People. It is Friday, baby.
Yes,
Let's
it is.
celebrate that. I got Chad Sledge here in the house, the man, the myth, the legend. Oh, what's going on over at Piercings by Chad, man?
Bunch of bonus hoes, man.
But putting a bunch of them in. Has it been a busy week?
Man, it's been all right, man. It was the weather, man. It's been insane, man.
It has been, man. How did it become May in February?
And now it's become December again.
Yeah, no,
this week.
It is. It's going to get cold again.
It's crazy, man. They're talking about snow, or sleet for us.
Are they really?
Yeah, like Tuesday, I think, Wednesday. But
Really?
We'll probably end up getting rain, but yeah.
Well, I don't like the ice, so I hope we don't get into that.
No. My car don't do good in ice.
No, I most people's cars don't do good in ice, or trucks, or anything else,
Right.
man. There's always
You got
that
a
guy,
four-wheeler.
though, right?
Right?
That 4x4
Right.
guy. Yeah, four
Yeah,
wheels
let's
spin
get
the
this
same
ice.
as two.
Yeah.
Man, lots going on today. It's going to be a good day. Good rant, crazy rant today I got for us. And also, we've got a great guest
Man.
coming in today, man.
I'm excited about our live performance.
Yeah, man.
He's
Tell
like-
them about that guy.
Man, he's like a modern day Jimi Hendrix, man. Like, he can play guitar, like, man. I don't even know how to, like, Jimi Hendrix. Like, this dude's bad.
No, it's
Plays the national anthem. Like, he's legit, man.
No, it's going to be a fantastic performance.
Akeem
actually.
Kemp.
Yeah, Akeem Kemp
He's
is
the
his
man.
name. He
Yes.
is a guitar virtuoso,
Yeah.
and he's going to come in at the end of the show here, and he's going to lay it down, man.
Yes.
He's going to put it down for us, so that's going to be awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, so listen, I have to tell you that coming up on March 15th at the Majestic in Fort Smith, Giovanni and the Hired Guns are going to be performing there. You know those guys.
Mhm.
And I'm going to interview Gio of Giovanni and the Hired Guns, and that's going to air on Valentine's Day. So you're going to want to be sure and
Check that
be
out.
tuned in for that, man, because listen, I'm going at this interview a little bit different. He's a fun guy, and I got
It
some
seems
good,
like it off his
yeah,
songs and
yeah,
stuff.
I know, right? I've got some excellent questions that I'm going to ask him, and I'm going to try to get him to maybe, give us something that maybe nobody else has gotten
Some
before.
tea.
Yeah, something good, something juicy, man, something that everybody can get down to. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So that's going to happen. Let's see what else is going on. I got a little bit of news, maybe, that might be of interest to you today. Let's see. So a search is on in Alaska after another plane, this one with 10 people on board, went missing. The Bering Air Caravan flight was headed to Nome when it was reported overdue. Coast Guard said the plane was 12 miles offshore when contact was lost. The fire department headed up the search said that due to weather and visibility were limited on the search at the time. It was almost whiteout conditions. So there's no word on who was on board that plane.
I'm not getting on a plane anytime soon.
Man, I know that's right, man. I just like, maybe I need to wait a little while.
Man,
This
I'm
seems
supposed
like
to fly
that
this
year.
summer, too, and I'm just like, man.
I know that's right. Let's see. The Best Actress Oscar nominee took to Instagram this morning. Comment on director Jacques Audiard saying he has severed ties with Gascon. Gascon said that they're taking themselves out of contention for the Oscar campaign. That is the actress who is in that movie about it's a musical about a cartel person who goes trans.
That's wild. I hadn't heard about that.
Yeah, apparently they had posted stuff on social media that wasn't very good. I think some stuff about Jewish people and other stuff, and so it's been quite a speed bump.
Yeah.
In the career here, you
Yeah.
know, man. The internet just never forgets. I mean, it's,
like a mafia style musical.
yeah, but going trans.
Yeah, that's That's wild.
What?
That's
What?
wild, man.
It is wild, isn't it?
Say hello to my little friend takes on a whole other meaning,
No,
man.
boy, doesn't it, though? That is exactly right. Damn, you said that right. Travis Barker is going to be running for a good cause today. The Blink 182 drummers Run Travis Run 5K takes place in Audubon Park in New Orleans. Money raised from that event goes to provide relief for the LA wildfires. So that's cool that he's doing that. Oh, this is great. The Visalia Police Department in California is offering a unique Valentine's Day suggestion. And some of you can get down to this, okay? Report an ex with outstanding felony
That's
warrants.
still snitching, people.
That's right. In a social media post, they shared roses are red, violets are blue. Your ex has felony warrants. Call us. They'll never know it was you.
Snitch.
The lighthearted
Oh,
campaign
man.
said some even advertise all-inclusive stays. They suggest if you live outside Visalia and like the idea, contact your local non-emergency line to report your ex.
That's
Snitches
horrible,
get stitches, man.
Yes.
That's something, man. All right. Well, here's what you were talking about. Winter weather conditions are impacting over 100 million people right now from Nebraska to Massachusetts. Winter storms bringing sleet, snow, freezing rain. Another system rolling in for the weekend, hitting a lot of the same areas. The cold weather could lead to some outages or treacherous travel conditions. Well, you can expect
Imagine
that, right? You know that.
Right.
Let's see. After months of battling between the producers of a Prince documentary and the late singer's estate, the project is being shelved. Netflix has canceled the project. The Purple One's estate was not happy with some of his depictions, so they and the streamer came to an agreement. Netflix statement reads, the Prince estate and Netflix has come to a mutual agreement that will allow them to develop and produce a new documentary featuring exclusive content from Prince's archive. So,
You were throwing me off because you kept saying he. I'm like, is he not gone?
No, he is
okay.
gone.
All right.
Well, here's what's going on in short terms. They didn't like some of the depictions, and so what they said is, listen, how about we do this? How about we have all this music that's unreleased by Prince? How about if we put a couple of videos and songs in there that maybe people hadn't heard?
Yeah.
And you let us do the documentary. That way we can get some of the dirt out. And that's really what happened. You know, they made a little swap. Netflix said, yeah, no, that might work. Yeah, I could see the value in that. We'll do it. You know, and then they paid off the other director and said, here's some change. Beat
Walk
it.
away.
Yeah, just beat it, man. Well, for those about to collect stamps, we salute you. That's the message from Britain's Royal Mail, set to debut an AC/DC stamp collection to celebrate the 50th anniversary of High Voltage. It came out in 1975. So how old do you feel if you were rocking High Voltage by AC/DC? It's 50 years old, son. You ain't young no more. Let's face it. That had Highway to Hell. The stamps are going to be covers from High Voltage, Highway to Hell, Back in Black, and Power Up. They'll be available starting February 18th, and you can go over to the Royal Mail website because I'm sure you have it in your favorites,
Right.
and check out that stamp collection there before you can get it. NASA's gotten a first look at a large asteroid that could impact the Earth in 2032. It's the only asteroid with possibility of impact above 1%, at least that we know of.
Right.
The number changes day to day, but NASA's Jet Propulsion Lab said the object, named 2024 YR4, is on the risk list because the gradual increase in its impact probability in the months since they discovered its existence. Now, it's only between 130 and 300 feet wide, but it continues to get closer on its trajectory to hitting us. I don't know what a 300-foot wide meteor coming into the atmosphere and hitting.
300 foot.
I mean, that might be a little bit of an impact.
Yeah, you'd think. I don't know if that burned up in the atmosphere or not, man.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure, but you know, as long as it don't hit me, I guess I'd be all right. You know.
You hope.
Yeah. I'm gonna be in my car that day so I can turn left. You know what I mean? All right. U.S. District Judge George O'Toole Jr. temporarily blocked the federal employee buyout offer until Monday afternoon. The block was ordered hours before the deadline for federal employees to accept a deal to get 8 months of salary if they resign. He didn't say anything about the merits of the suit filed against the buyout plan, but set a follow-up hearing for Monday afternoon to allow both sides to prepare arguments. The Justice Department said in a filing last night there shouldn't be any further delay, said extending it would have remarkably disruptive repercussions. At least 40,000 workers have already accepted the deferred resignation offer since last week. So, I mean, hey, saving money, that's what I know.
Man, yeah.
Yeah, and we'll talk more. I've got a couple things.
In your rant?
No, I didn't rant. I could have. But no, I wanted to lay it out a little better than that because
It's insane.
for those of you who are somehow protesting him getting rid of this U.S. aid department.
Have you seen, like, you got the list? Is that what
Yeah,
man,
I got a list of
wild,
some of
man.
the things that we've been paying for.
Yeah,
And
it's
listen,
insane, man.
I don't know. Maybe you want your tax dollars to go for some of these
I
items.
was kind of
but
mad.
Yeah, I was. I kind of felt the same way. I mean, I'm not shocked, but at the same time, I was, and I was pissed. I was like,
'Cause they rape us,
that's
like, they get us small business. Like, we
bro,
pay.
come on, man.
God.
I mean, you're asking for more and more taxes
Right.
for me to fund this stuff.
Yeah.
Come on,
Some
man.
of it's ridiculous.
Yeah, just wait. Just wait. After Secretary of State Marco Rubio visited Panama, the U.S. State Department announced that Panamanian President Jose Raul Molino agreed to a deal to allow U.S. warships to use the Panama Canal without charge. Now he's saying in his weekly press conference, well, that's not exactly true.
It's not ours. It's ours. How are they going to charge us for something that's ours?
Right. He said he couldn't set the fees of use of the canal or exempt anyone from them. A conversation with President Trump is scheduled for today, where I assume he'll make a statement afterwards, going, "Yeah, no, whatever he said, that's what's going on." All right. As a matter of fact, here you go. Thanks to information on expenditures being made public this week, the U.S. Agency of International Development has been the focus of a lot of attention. Soon, fewer people to deal with it. Sources told NBC News yesterday that over 5,000 employees, well, we just said 40,000, would be reduced to just under 300. 5,000 employees there. Most of the roughly 3,000 institutional support contractors have already been fired or furloughed. So they had 5,000 people and 3,000 who were just contractors. Thousands of employees learned this week they'll be put on administrative leave. The American Foreign Service Association, the union that represents 1,800 of them, sued the Trump administration, and they got the temporary restraining order for that. DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, is being sued by 13 states over access to personal data. Lawsuits were threatened by 13 states' attorneys general yesterday to stop the department being run by Elon Musk from accessing federal payment systems that contain sensitive personal information on citizens. They said they were going to take action in defense of the Constitution. Okay. And I think that's fine if you want to do that, but what is it that anybody needs to hide here? I mean, what is it he's going to do? He can't move any money. Elon Musk doesn't have that power to do anything with the money, touch the money, spend the money, stop the money. I mean, that has to be done by, the actual government.
Right.
All they want to do is tell you what we're paying on.
Right.
So I think after what we've seen from one department, I'd like to see what everyone is. Yeah, let's see what they're all doing. Because, you're talking about billions and billions of dollars of wasted money. So that's one department,
Our
man.
deficit will probably drop, is what they said.
By maybe $1 trillion.
It's insane.
That's a trillion, people. A trillion. That's a lot of money.
Yes.
All right, let's see. Southern California Edison said yesterday video suggests there's a link between a company's equipment the company's equipment and the Eaton fire that burned 14,000 acres, killed 17 people. They did acknowledge the video evidence. They said in a filing that The commission hasn't found evidence to support the idea. SCE hasn't found broken conductors with arch marks or evidence of fault so far in its investigation. Southern California Edison does believe its equipment may have set the Hearst fire, which burned about 800 acres. They did a citizen's arrest yesterday. These folks were in California, and they saw some dude. First they saw a fire that started in some brush, and then they went over there to check it out and found a dude over there with all kinds of fire starting equipment.
Beat him with a bat.
Well, they instead held him until the police could get there. I've got more in that story later for you.
Man.
It kind of is, isn't it? Okay, so if your plane's not falling out of the sky,
Stop.
could be this. Another case of an unruly passenger happened on Frontier Airlines flight from Denver to Houston Wednesday. The passenger started kicking seats, hitting a window, eventually breaking the plexiglass. There was no air marshal on the flight, so flight attendants asked if there were any law enforcement officers who could help. Tanner Phillips, former member of the military, stepped in and put the clown down. Then they zip-tied and bootlaced him. Despite the broken window, the flight completed its trip to Houston, where Frontier Airlines declined to press charges. Wow.
You gotta hit that window hard to break that window.
Why would you decline to press charges? Maybe they're
throw his ass in jail.
Maybe it was a mentally.
It's still, man, like he still need to be put on a hold or like something need to take place, man.
That's crazy. I don't know.
I wouldn't have got away with that if I would acted like that. Might have been locked up.
No, you definitely would be locked up, Chad. They might just lock you up because. All right, here's some good news. All right, enough bad news. Last week in Dunwoody, Georgia, a nail salon owner named Henry No lost a bag of cash but was relieved when another local business owner found and returned it. Sarah Collins owns Undo Salon and Spa, discovered the bag in the parking lot, went to great lengths to track down the owner, even posting after learning about the lost money at a neighboring store. He contacted Collins, confirmed the bag's contents, and was grateful for honesty in returning it. Now, that's going above and beyond right there.
Yeah.
Because you could have just put that bag in your pocket and said, that's a bag. I got a bag. The NFL and Omnicare have teamed up with Ochsner Children's Hospital to let pediatric patients take part in Super Bowl 59 events using telehealth robots.
What?
These remotely controlled robots give over 30 kids access to media games, the NFL experience, pregame field activities, even player interviews. So what it is, it's a robot that has like an iPad for the face.
Right.
And so they're able to video into that robot and go around the
have
field
interactions
and
stuff.
interact with all the different things.
That's dope.
Yeah. So, they're stuck in a bed, very likely in a facility.
Yeah.
And so they'll be able to connect up and actually be on the field and
Yeah.
interview players. That's dope.
That is, man.
That's super dope
Yeah.
right there, man.
Yeah.
Steve, that's good use of technology.
Yes, exactly.
That's dope. Yeah. Maybe there is good things happening, huh?
Right.
Researchers at the University of Pittsburgh have found that a spinal cord implant can help people with spinal muscle atrophy, SMA, regain muscle function.
Man, I seen a video.
Did you?
It's wild.
Yeah?
Yeah, dude was doing all kinds, and he couldn't before. Like, he couldn't move his hands. He was moving his hand like,
Yeah.
it's some
It's
wild
crazy,
stuff,
isn't it?
man.
This month-long study, 3 adults showed noticeable improvements in strength, movement, and fatigue after getting the spinal cord stimulation, with some benefits persisting even when the device turned off. Though the effects did fade over time, researchers see the findings as important proof of concept that the tech could be helpful in combating other muscle wasting
So why is
disease.
it not out there more? You know what I'm saying? Like, if they have stuff like that, they need to.
Well, I think they're starting to. I just saw one the other day. Guy had prosthetic arms,
Right.
very mechanical looking,
Mm.
but they bypassed the nerve somehow, and so they connected it, for lack of a better term, like Bluetooth.
Right.
And so whatever he
That's
thought,
wild,
that
man.
hand, that arm did.
Bluetooth his arms.
Basically,
like,
he
that's
has
wild,
Bluetooth
man.
arms. Yeah, that's kind of crazy, huh?
Yeah, man.
So I think we're getting closer and closer to.
Have you seen some of these new hearing aids and stuff?
No, what?
Oh man, like they'll come in the shop and it's just like a little bitty, like you can see through it, a little bitty cord, and it just kind of goes down into the ear, and everything's hidden behind the back, and it's all really small,
Yeah.
and they can't hear. When they take them out, they can't hear nothing. But
Oh, really?
yeah, like it's insane, and it's just a little bitty cord. I went to school with kids that had these big, you know what I'm saying? They had the big things on their ears to hear.
Yeah, he looked like he was in the Secret Service.
Right, and they could barely hear.
Like he expected to go. Yeah, right down there,
Right.
Mr. President.
And
Yeah.
now, unless you look and know, like I can't tell until they're taking them out. It's wild how far they've come with them things, man.
That is wild, isn't it? It's great.
Yes.
Here's another story. Last week, an Aeromexico pilot proposed to his girlfriend mid-flight in a moment captured on video. The plane was at 30,000 feet. He made an announcement over the speaker and then stepped out of the cockpit to meet her. She said yes, drawing cheers from the passengers. You see,
I'm
you
waiting
wouldn't
for something to go wrong.
No,
'cause
you
I'm
wouldn't
sitting
draw
there
a cheer
playing.
from me. Have you seen the problem with planes lately? What are you doing out of your get
Yeah.
back in the cockpit,
Get in your
bitch.
chair, man. If I see somebody
Propose to her in
standing
the
up,
airport.
yeah, no.
You know, do it somewhere else,
No.
man. What are you doing? Get in there.
Al Qaeda and attack them.
No, man. I'm gonna zip tie you in a minute to the chair. Get in there and run this plane,
No,
fool.
man. Yeah.
All right. Hey, if you're thick like me and you like snacks, right? This might
Or
be.
you're a snack.
Yeah, or if you were a snack. Little Caesars just added new bacon and cheese crazy puffs to the menu just in time for the Super Bowl. They're in addition to the popular crazy puff selections. The bacon and cheese crazy puffs, little bites of pizza filled with Munster, mozzarella, cheddar, pizza sauce, and Applewood smoked bacon, some buttery garlic flavored sauce, and Parmesan cheese.
Are you a
Yeah.
pizza man? Do you eat pizza every
I
once in
do
a while?
like pizza.
Where do you go? Like, where's your to-go place? The order to the house?
Yeah.
Are you a Little Caesars? Pizza
Domino's.
Hut? Domino's?
I like Domino's.
Domino's is not bad.
Is one of my favorite. I like the little square cut ones.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people don't, but the little kid sized ones. But they're crispy and they're always good, man.
Right.
It's not like the big piece where it feels so thick.
Right,
So
right.
you can eat
Yes.
5 or 6 of them and not feel too guilty about
bloated.
it. Yeah. All right. Let's say that you're rolling around in enough cash,
Hmm.
and I'm sure you all are, that you could throw $3 million into a suite at Super Bowl 59.
Wow.
That's what it runs. A little $3 million.
That ain't nothing.
No, they're not. That's nothing but a
Chump
step for a
change,
stepper.
man.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what
That
my
ain't
daddy
nothing.
used to say.
Yeah.
Nothing but a step for a stepper.
We're gonna get our tickets after the show.
Yeah, no, I already got them. Got you one too, buddy.
Appreciate that.
Here's what you get: a deluxe suite on the 50-yard line that accommodates 45 guests.
I should be sitting on the 50-yard line, like on the field.
On the field, yeah. No, it's right there though. A special catered menu consisting of big easy bites, including muffalettas, po' boys, gumbo, crab claws.
No, it needs to be some exotic, really expensive food. If I'm
Okay.
paying that much.
Top shelf liquor like Johnny Walker and Don Julio.
Mm-mm.
Though not included or guaranteed, the possibility of running into or hobnobbing with some celebrities or, maybe a player or two,
Singer.
is that $3 million?
No,
No,
not even
it's
close, man.
definitely not.
I could see it. I'm in a house a lot better and a lot longer than on a football game.
I bet I could probably find a couple of really good NFL players to come to my own Super Bowl party
Right,
for $1 million.
right,
I could take another $1 million and go ahead and buy a dope pad
right.
to have the party in, and take the other $1 million
Save
for
it for
hookers
taxes.
and blow.
You better save it for taxes.
Oh yeah, taxes. My bad. I was thinking hookers and blow.
That come after the taxes. If you got anything left.
Yeah, right. You got to break it down a little different. I'm with you. All right. So check this out. Yesterday's Jimmy Butler trade.
Man,
Man, I mean,
wild.
trades are
It's
wild
been going
right
crazy
now, bro.
in the NBA, man.
They're wilding.
Man,
They're wilding out there. Yesterday's Jimmy Butler trade was huge news across the NBA, but it's now known that Butler wasn't the first choice of the
Mm-mm.
Golden State Warriors.
which was
Reportedly,
insane.
there was a deal agreed upon between Golden State, the Heat, and the Suns that would have reunited the Warriors with Kevin Durant.
That's wild.
That deal was nixed when Durant made it known he had zero interest. He said, "Listen to me. I'm Kevin
Been there,
Durant,
done that.
bitch. Google me. I ain't going there.
Right.
I've been there. Okay, this is where
We
I'm
done
at."
played that game.
Now Butler has to live with being the second choice, which he'll surely be able to live with after he signs a deal with the Warriors that's for
But
2 years and $111 million.
right? But Kerr's not happy with him, man. Like, it's a whole situation right
Kerr's
now.
not happy with who?
With
Durant?
no, with Butler. Like,
Oh.
he wasn't down with the trade and stuff. Is what I've been hearing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like it's a whole thing going on. Like one guy got kicked out of the locker room so they could talk. Like they kicked the media out so that they could
Oh,
talk to
really?
the team. Like, yeah, it was some
It was
serious.
like that.
Yeah, it was getting serious.
I didn't know that.
Yes,
I did not hear
going
that.
wild.
You know, I don't know. Steve Kerr is a great coach. He was a great player, but he seems kind of like a dick to me.
He does, man.
I mean,
I
he
get
just don't
that
seem like
1,000%,
somebody I'd have
man.
a beer with. You know,
No.
I'd be like, man, he's pent up.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
seems,
No.
always
Yeah,
aggravated.
what the
You know what I
hell's-
mean?
Okay. No, yeah, I get that 100. Yeah, yeah.
Well, plus size OnlyFans model Sophie Hall has filed a lawsuit against Miami Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill. The 35-year-old Sophie Hall, who comes in at 6'1" and 250, claims that she suffered a broken leg while engaged in a backyard football drill with Hill. I already know where this is going. Hall said Hill flew into a rage and charged at her with crushing force after she knocked him off balance and embarrassed him in front of his family and trainer. Hall needed surgery for the fracture and is now suing, alleging assault, battery, and negligence. But in a deposition, Hall admits the duo was on good enough terms to get freaky within hours of the clash and again the next day.
What?
Wow.
That's,
That's a wild story.
She's just trying to get paid.
Well, yeah, she must be. He must have, he said, look, here's how this went down. She said she'd been telling her friends and family that she could take him on the line for a long time. She was running her head. You know that.
Nope.
And so when they lined up and she kind of, he was just playing around and she went a little too hard in the paint, right?
Right.
And so he said, let me show you.
Let me show you what it's really like.
Snapped that leg up. Well, she got mad and he said, let me make it better, girl. And he served her up a couple times, and then now she's like, nah, that wasn't enough. I'm going to need some money for this leg. It hurts a little more than I thought. Come on, man.
Ching.
That's something, man. That is wild right there. All right, there's a little bit of news that you need, man. What do you got going this weekend, man? Anything big happening?
Piercings. That's about it this weekend, man. Nothing just crazy or anything like that.
When with your days off, what do you normally do?
I try to take like on Mondays and stuff like that. I'll do like a self-care day. Like I'll go get a massage, kind of just chill out.
Really?
I kind of do like a me day, but I also do like a lot of go get groceries.
Okay, yeah.
But I do try to make a little bit of time where I can kind of just chill, get my thoughts together for the week, and get ready for the week and stuff like that.
Yeah, man. Get yourself some lotion and a little warmer and what?
Just chill, man.
No, let me ask you. I'm just curious because I think that's really interesting because probably a lot of people don't do things like that. Why do you focus on a self-care day like that? What kind of brought you to that place? Because that's cool.
Well, after my brother died and stuff like that, I started going through like some mental stuff. I'd never really dealt with anything like that.
Yeah.
Not sleeping, the insomnia, and just anxiety and stuff like that. And through therapy and stuff like that, it's just they teach you, if I'm saying, if you have a bad day, to make it a bad day, not a bad week. You know what I'm saying? So,
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So you try to tighten it up
right,
with some
just
self-care.
Right. Just some infirm, you know what I'm saying? Just be sure of yourself that day. You know what I'm saying? Just a good day for yourself. Just do stuff that makes you happy. That's riding around in the car with the top back. You know what I'm saying? Just do that and rock out to some radio like that. Do that, like whatever it is.
Whatever.
Just wash my car. Just out of the house trying to do stuff.
Yeah.
It's harder to do in the winter because it's so gloomy and freaking cold.
Yeah,
and stuff,
no, it definitely.
You just
is.
got to push through and try to find something to get out there and do, man.
I think that's powerful, bro. I really do because I think there's a lot of folks out there that deal with trauma of some kind or another that is serious to them.
Yeah.
And that certainly ranks right up there as high as it
if
gets.
you don't know how to deal with it, which it's frowned upon guys, you know what I'm saying? Like we're not supposed to talk, like we're supposed to be strong and not deal with,
Yeah, right.
you know what I'm saying? But that's all out the door nowadays. But until like 4, 5, 6 years ago, it wasn't really like that. You know, before COVID, nobody really talked about mental illness and stuff like that. But it's just that stigma of getting over that and actually going and talking to somebody and say, hey, this is what's going on in my life and stuff like it. It really helps, man.
Yeah, let me second that because I listen. There have been many times in my life where I've gone and seen a therapist
Yeah.
for different reasons, and sometimes if you don't have the tools, you don't have the tools.
Right, right.
And so
And that sucks, man.
it does suck. And so what do you do when you don't have the tools?
Right.
You fall back on whatever it was that you grew up with or
That's
in.
not good.
And typically, you're right, it wasn't good.
Right. And the worst thing you can do is sit there and dwell on it.
Yeah.
You don't want to sit there and dwell on it. You need to get out. You need to do something. You need to get your mind off what's causing you to feel that way.
Yeah, no, I agree with that 110%.
Yeah, everybody needs a day, man. Everybody needs a week.
Yeah, no, you're right.
You gotta have them vacations. You gotta have them days for yourself, man. You'll run yourself ragged, man.
Yeah, no, and a lot of us do that.
No, yes, I mean, that's yeah.
I think a high percentage of people, because let's be honest.
You wrap yourself up in your work a lot, and that's what I was doing. I was just trying to work my way through all my
just to
grief
occupy
and
your
stuff.
mind,
Right,
and burn. Yeah. Well, the other thing too is I think since I guess COVID or the pandemic lockdowns, whatever you want to call it, employment places have less people, and they're still paying you the same, but they want you to do more work because there's less people.
Right.
And so I think, plus, so many workplaces now are comfortable to communicate with you beyond business hours.
Yes.
And so because of that, we stay so work focused.
Yeah.
And you do burn out.
Yeah, I mean, just like my wife, she does the social media for her job. So when she gets home, she's always making a post about tomorrow thing, what's going on for the dental stuff. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, totally.
Yeah.
It's always something,
It is, man.
It sucks when you work for somebody else, because you're not doing it for yourself.
Yeah, that
You know what I'm saying? Like if you're doing it for yourself and making posts for your business, it'd be something else. But when you're doing it for somebody else, you're kind of like,
Right. All right. Look, this is a super interesting thing. Speaking of work, the job market is always evolving, and so are the positions that need to be filled. A staffing company by the name of Randstad USA shared some insight on which roles employers are looking to fill. They just released a new report for the most in-demand jobs of 2025. So maybe you're considering a career change. Maybe you're young and you're thinking, hey, I need something I want to do, right?
Right.
And there's a lot out there. Now, this is a pretty good study because it's based on 40 million job postings.
Goodness.
And 40 million, that's a considerable
That's
number.
a lot.
So they find the high demand for customer-centric roles. According to the report, financial analysts and bookkeepers are essential to companies, as are warehouse workers and drivers. Also, a growing need for skilled trades, and we've talked about that many times here, electricians, welders nationwide, plumbers, you know what I mean?
Right.
So what's the most in-demand job in the country? Number one on the list is customer service representative.
Nope. Couldn't do it.
You said,
I couldn't do it, man.
No, you're not going to do it, huh? Customer service representative, a position that acts as a point of contact between a company and customers. Salaries range from $37,000 to $47,000. You got to have good communication skills, problem solving. I've done a lot of customer service in my life, a whole lot. And
what have you not done, though, man? This man has been a PI.
I've done a lot, man. I've lived many lives,
man,
Chad.
You have,
I swear to God, just like you, we should both be writing life stories.
Man, I'm telling
Very
you.
different life stories, truly. It couldn't be more different, probably, but both of them are interesting in
Man,
different ways.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, no, I have had so many lives, bro. But yeah, with customer service, what you need is wit and patience.
I shouldn't say patience.
Yeah, a
A
lot
lot
of
of
patience
patience.
because you only deal with the shit all day long.
Yeah, old
you
people
know.
not knowing what the hell's going on.
Yeah, a
How
lot
do
of
I
that.
get to my email?
Now man, listen, when I was in management at Comcast, which is now Xfinity,
I used
but
to do cable for them.
yeah, I worked there for about 5 years, and we had a customer who called and couldn't get their cable to work, and we had them do all these things. It didn't get out there, and it was unplugged,
I
bro.
was just
It
fixing
was
to say,
unplugged.
yeah,
It was unplugged.
yeah.
It was unplugged. Step one: plug the box in, please. Um, so most in-demand jobs for 2025: customer service rep, sales rep, drivers. So yeah, there's a lot of couriers now. There are way more driving
Man,
jobs.
I signed up. I tried to last night for Spark. All
Okay.
right, I was gonna do like a hustle thing on my Mondays and stuff when I'm
Yeah.
off. But what it is you sign up for Walmart and you can either pick up all the food and then give it to them, or you can shop all the food and deliver it, or you can just there was like 30 different options, and you can just look at the list and be like, no, I'll pass on that and go. You could just make money as you wanted to. That's why I was
Yeah.
kind of like, hey, I got some downtime, man.
So what is it who are you delivering to?
To people ordering from Walmart.
Oh, okay.
It's
Okay.
called
Okay.
Spark. It's
Yeah.
like through Walmart and stuff
Okay,
like that.
so
But
it's
they
like
said there's
Uber
too
for
many. They
Walmart.
said there's too many people right now doing it. They're not taking any
Wow.
applications. So I guess it's really popular.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. Clearly.
And
Huh?
one of them paid. I think my son was looking at DoorDash, and it was like $17 an hour plus tips.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know they got
They
paid.
switched to hourly now?
Yeah, I
I
don't know
think
how they do
I
the
know there was
hourly.
some kind of lawsuit or something,
That's
and
wild,
maybe
man.
that's why they switched it. That is wild.
They get paid, man.
That ain't bad.
No,
17
man, it's a good
plus
little hustle,
tip.
man.
That is a hustle right
Yeah,
there.
man.
That's a good side hustle.
Yeah.
Warehouse laborer, not a fun job, but
No.
always needed job.
Right.
If you can operate a forklift, it's a bonus.
Right.
You can make a
You
lot
can make
more.
some money if you can run a forklift, man.
Yeah.
You make decent money.
What does it take to get certified to do a forklift? I wonder.
I'm not trying to dumb it down. I don't think it's that hard, but I think it's like a couple months of training. I don't think it's like you know what I'm saying? I don't think
Yeah.
it's like nothing too in depth. But
If I were going to be a warehouse worker,
that's what I would want.
I would try to get
Heck yeah, man.
to get certified.
I used to work at Molex back in the day, and I always wanted to be when they'd be flying up and down the halls and stuff. And I was like, oh, that's what I want to do.
Are those like fake Rolexes?
No, Molex?
Yeah.
No, man, they used to make computer parts and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're over there.
They used to
North
go by
Little Rock.
Champs. Yeah, I used to work. That's where I wanted to work, was at Champs, because you could get the deal on all the shoes and everything, man.
Oh,
But
yeah?
yeah, man. My buddy's mom used to work up there. We used to get jerseys, like the Jordan jerseys back in the day and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
that was in Maumelle.
Receptionist,
Yeah.
machine operator. Yeah, if you operate a particular machine, that's something that others don't do. And while it's not always exciting, look, I know some guys, well, it's not always like that. Like, for example, you might operate a CNC machine. And
That
so,
would be kind of cool.
yeah, if you're a CNC operator, you got to put it in, set it up right, and it spits it out. Man, I had an opportunity one time. It's one of the few regrets. I don't have many regrets in life. I don't believe in them, Yeah, just one letter? Just one letter? But this is one. I had a friend of mine, Mike Lang, a good friend of mine, man. I lived next door to him for a few years, and it just as good a person as you'll ever find. He's like a brother to me, just amazing person. And he worked for a company called Trade Fixtures, as the name implies. They made trade fixtures for large companies, and they had a CNC machine, fully operational, that they were replacing with a new one, and they just wanted to get it out of the building. But it was like, I don't know, maybe one side was about 14 feet long, the other side was like 10.
Heavy as hell, too.
No, you have to haul it in a semi. You have to, it's not even easy to pick up, right?
No.
And, but you would put a piece of plywood in it and program it in, and that piece of plywood, it would cut out all the parts for a chair, and then you just put that chair together.
That's wild.
You know, and so he was going to give it to me, and they said I could just have it, and I was like, hell yeah, I can. Man, I tried everybody, even a guy that worked for a company that hauls equipment, and he was like, man, I could help you with one, but that's going to be 2 trips. And then it was like a phase, what is that called? Phase 4, phase 2.
Electrical?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever that
two,
bigger
three
thing
phase,
is.
4 phase,
3 phase, 4 phase,
Yeah.
some phase, you know, and you know what they did? Somebody scrapped it for the metal. And I was just like, damn,
Man.
yeah, that
What
sucked.
was that thing worth, you know? Things are expensive,
I
man.
mean, several $1,000s.
Yeah, man, that's expensive.
Several $1,000s. I mean, when it was new, it would have been,
100.
I don't know, yeah,
It's up
easy,
there, man. Yeah.
easy that, yeah. Material handler, field service technician.
Material handler, like bio stuff?
Yeah, like that kind of stuff.
Gotcha.
That's exactly right. Hold on one second. Let me just see if, I don't know why. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm trying to figure out where all my people are on here. Oh, maybe they're showing up here. Hold on. No, I swear to God, I don't know why it's not updating where I can see what y'all are. I know y'all are commenting out there, and I don't know why I can't see it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So hold on. I know this is weird, but I'm just trying to make this work. Okay, now we got something going, I think. Okay, good morning, everyone. That's Kristen. Tasha said good morning.
Hello.
Tasha said, imagine, this is when we were talking about the USAID. Imagine if they gave that money to citizens instead of the stupid shit they spent it on. No, that is correct. That is 100% accurate.
Preach.
Yeah, no. USAID is the first stone turned over. Look at all the roaches crawling out. No, the lights are on. The roaches are running. Yeah, no, they're tripping. Tasha said self-care is so crucial for mental health. Many people don't take that seriously.
Yes.
No, I think you're right. I think it's absolutely right. I'm determined to get one of the delivery jobs as a side gig.
Me
That's
too,
your wife.
man.
That's your wife.
No, yeah, we've
Yeah,
been
you've
on this
been on
hustle,
that.
man. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, that's great. No, that's outstanding. All right. Man, let's finish this list, and then we got to do the rant, right?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Got to get that in.
Got to get it in. All right, so material handler, field service technician, financial analyst, research associate, HR person, they call it a generalist, I just say person, bookkeeper, electrician, and estimator. I'll tell you what, electrician is a great job.
Yes.
Bundy, he's on the show all the time. He's an electrician.
I used to work with him doing electrical work back in the day. Yeah. Yeah.
Talking about people who've had many jobs. Come on, man. You were an electrician or electrical assistant?
Before I was a body piercer, that was my last job.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, you didn't like that, though?
I had a car wreck.
Oh.
It messed my back up, and I couldn't. They always threw me up in the attics and stuff, and I couldn't get up there anymore.
Because you were the rookie.
I was like 120, man. Like, I was a little bitty guy, so they're like, oh, he can get up in the rafters. Yeah.
Right.
So I was a rafter runner.
I'm going to tell you what people don't know, boy. About midsummer here, you get up in an attic like
it's
that.
It's 180, 200, man, instant
you
sweat. It's like a sauna, man.
You can only stay in there a few minutes at
We'd
a
have
time.
a buddy at a scuttle hole, and once would run up and do so much work until we just started sweating so much, run down, and my buddy would be at the bottom of the hole, and he'd run up there, and we'd just do the
go
day
back and forth
like that, drinking water, man.
Yeah, because you have to. Because, I mean, otherwise you'll die.
Pass
Literally,
out.
You'll
die
pass out.
Somebody's attic.
Yeah, that's crazy. But typically speaking,
no, I feel for Bundy, man. Bundy, in the cold and the heat, like he's in all that stuff, man.
Yeah, no, you do. That is what you face. I mean, just like a plumber literally has to deal with your poop, you know.
But and the electricians, like, they're there at the start. Like, they're there when you lay the foundation, and they're there when the painters and stuff leave because they're putting the trim on. Like, they're there for the whole shebang.
No, you're right.
Like, electricians are important people, man.
Very well. Yeah, all the trades,
right,
you know, but electricians are particularly, because it can kill you.
Yes.
You know, your plumbing probably won't kill you, but your electrical will.
Yes.
Yeah, you might get some poop on you, but that ain't gonna kill you.
Right.
Mostly.
Right.
You know. Okay. So let's. I guess we do need to get to it then, don't we? It is about that time. So Is that somebody at our door?
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna open.
Hold on. Let's check real quick before we start this rant because it's time. No. All right. Good enough. Let's do this thing. It's time, baby. Man, yeah, let's get to it, man. This is a good day. It's a banner day for Rant World, all right?
Uh-oh.
Yeah. A 19-year-old healthcare worker by the name of Lucretia Coyen from Loganville, Georgia, has been arrested and charged with a criminal count of exploitation of a disabled person. The incident came to light after Coyen posted multiple videos on social media platform TikTok that showed her dancing inappropriately and twerking over patients with disabilities. In one of the videos, she was seen twerking above the head of a seated disabled individual while wearing scrubs and a healthcare worker's uniform. Are you freaking arrested and charged with what? Being healthcare worker of the year? Being one of the most generous people on planet Earth? I mean, these folks are disabled, not dead. Do you know what it means to a man who can't really move to have the blessing of a big old butt cake bouncing in his face? Praise God.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, this man may have, in fact, never before been up close and personal with a swamp boat like that. You know she's got a banger playing on the jam box. Like, there's some hoes in this house. There he is. He can barely move a muscle. But you can see a smile in the corner of his mouth and his eyes light up when he realizes he's just gone through the big gates of Jurassic Park and is having a full-on close encounter with a badonkadonkosaurus. You think he filed a complaint? Hell no. This angel of the ass party decided to inspire the world by sharing a video of her turning his face into a backdoor bicycle seat, and the devil came for her in the form of a pack of feral Karens who use words like abuse and exploitation. Well, all I know is that if that's abuse and exploitation, sign me up. Whatever you charge now, I'll prepay double if you promise to continue staffing these acrobats of mercy. Praise God.
Hallelujah.
Speaking of acrobats, sad news. OnlyFans model and adult film star Anna Alves, known as Anna Polly, died January 23rd while reportedly filming a threesome with two men. Reports indicate the 27-year-old plunged to her death from the balcony of a hotel in Rio, Brazil, while in the process of filming the porn with two men for a site, according to The Sun. Yeah, the outlet reported her body was found in the courtyard of the four-star hotel. The two men provided statements. They were released after they were questioned with no suspicion of foul play. Are you freaking kidding me? Okay, so the silver lining is, right, it's a four-star hotel. I mean, at least you're not looking at the Motel 6 sign as you fall to your death. Maybe you see a nice fountain, or a nice looking suite through the window and you think, man, that was an in-room pool and hot tub. That's dope. Splat. But luxury death aside, how good was the Pound Town party going that she just went over the rail?
Right.
I mean, I'd like to think she had just hit the front end of a big O that was still in progress as she falls. It's like, I know I'm going to die, but I can't stop this glowing warm feeling in my throbbing lower extremity. Splat. But look, she's gone. We have to deal with the survivors. I bet the adult film star who was delivering that pile driver party popper felt horrible when she fell. Do you know how difficult that would be for like 24 hours? It'd be the worst until you realize I pounded it so hard she died. Then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, when I say I'm going to kill the punani, I mean,
killed it.
You did, pimp. You did it. And I'm sorry to go double death on you, but I just couldn't avoid this one. In Utah, Ashton Jonathan Mann arrested on charges of second-degree felony manslaughter and an additional firearms charge after shooting his friend in the chest. Now, why? The victim of the shooting had been boasting about his ability to dodge bullets. Mann put that skill to the test, and it turns out he couldn't dodge bullets.
Wow.
He was pronounced dead at the scene of the crime. Are you freaking kidding me? Listen to me. If you woke up today and said, I need a textbook definition of FAFO, consider your wish granted. For those of you not familiar with the recent addition of FAFO to the lexicon, it means F around and find out. Only F really rhymes with duck, luck, suck. I'm not putting the whole puzzle together for you. Put in the last piece and go full Wheel of Fortune on it. But meanwhile, back at the Pat Cave, I need to push forward. Listen, Shooter McGavin, let me give you a piece of legal advice. Your limp stick attorney's not going to give you this. You see, they're going to tell you, take a plea so you can limit your prison time. Bullshit. Bullshit. Look, we all know the I can do that guy. He's more annoying than an itchy butthole in church. He's the one you watch a movie with and every over-the-top stunt, he's like, I can do that. It's not just that. It's going to be every time someone wins a race, I could do that. Somebody chugs a beer in a funnel and twists it, I can do that. Some dude at the office says, I went 4 hours last night, and hell, you get it. And by the way, the guy, he's a liar. I gave it to her for 4 hours. Yeah, if you count the drive home, dinner, a couple of sitcoms, and the 12 minutes you really partied in Pound Town, he's a really bad case, but he's not the I can do it guy. That dude's been telling you since y'all watched Neo dodge a bullet in the Matrix, I can do that. The Matrix came out in 1999. So when you drop this nugget on the jury, they'll instantly get it. Literally years of this ass clown insisting he can dodge an effing bullet. You happen to have just picked up a little old Glock 19 and finally had enough. You broke years of ass clowner and you said, okay, asswipe, stand back as far as you think you need to be for your Neo move. He did. And you know what? Exactly what happened. It happened. A 6 hole in his dome. Wow. He said, I told you, you can't dodge a bullet. Acquitted. You are acquitted. You're going to go free. Trust me. That's it. I'm enough with that. How crazy is that shit? Dude thought he could dodge a bullet.
Wow. Man. I'm sitting here thinking the same thing about the whole.
Right. Is there any world where you think you could dodge a bullet, bro?
No.
That's absolute insanity.
No. Have you ever been shot at? No.
I've never been shot at.
I have. It's not fun. No.
Okay.
No.
Let's go full time out here, man.
I can't. I can't go down that road.
You got shot at, though?
Yeah.
One or more bullets.
We got shot at a couple. One day I was just chilling underneath the bridge at Conway. It's got this Children's Colony Bridge.
Yeah.
And the hood's right there.
Okay.
Well, this guy seen us and he didn't like us, and he wasn't shooting at us, but he saw us and he started shooting up in the air, and that scared the hell out of him. He's like,
yeah, no, that.
I was about 10 years old at the time, so I mean, like that got me.
No, that would make me run. That would definitely do it.
It's happened a couple times.
When I was 5, my dad had a friend named Jimmy, and Jimmy was a big old dude, missing a couple snagglers right up front. He was a raging alcoholic. And as a matter of fact, I'll never forget it. When same day when I went to Jimmy's house, he had a little statuette of a little boy, looked like he was peeing. A guy, I should say a guy that looks like he was peeing. And you would fill it with water, and when you push the back of it, it would pee.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really cool. You know, that was really funny to me at 5 years old, right? But then he decided he was going to scare me, and I guess my dad thought it would be fine, and he went and got a shotgun.
Wow.
And he chased me literally around the outside of the house with a shotgun. Yeah, man.
Talking about trauma, man.
No, my God, trauma, bro. I thought I was going to die at 5 years old, man. I was crying like a little baby, bro. How crazy is that?
That's wild, man.
Yeah, and they thought that was the funniest thing in the world.
Here's your shotgun, chase around the room with it.
Yeah, no, he chased me around the house, the outside of the house, out the house and around it. Big fat dude could run. Booze will do that for you, I guess. I don't know, man, but he was moving. Of course, my legs weren't that long.
I got caught. I was fishing this guy's pond one time, and he shot us with salt rocks.
Oh, really?
Man, that shit hurts.
Rock salt?
Yeah. Well, what he did was he took a shotgun shell, took all the shells out of it, all the grains out of it,
filled it with rock salt.
Yeah, and when he shoots you, the salt hits you and goes into your skin and burns, and you can't get it out because it's in your skin. Yeah, that sucks, man.
He should have went to prison.
Man,
you realize that, right?
yes.
Did he go to prison?
No, man.
Y'all just took off.
We was on his land, so we're like, all right, foul.
Yeah, yeah. No, I even if you're trespassing and you're a minor, I don't think I don't believe you can shoot.
And I was fishing one time and had a guy shoot over us with birdshot, and it would fall on you.
Oh wow!
And you'd be hearing it hitting the leaf.
It'd probably still be hot.
Yeah, it burns when it hits you too, man.
But I guess back then
that's
kids
what they
were
did,
more
man.
respectful, weren't they?
Yeah, but we get the hell out of his yard, man.
Yeah, you were a little more respectful. That rock salt hit that ass. It only took one time.
Get out my yard! You just keep fishing. They come out their shotgun. You get the hell out their yard.
Yeah,
man.
no, makes perfect sense, man. You've had some pretty wild times, haven't you?
Yeah, I had a good
What's
life,
the
man.
craziest thing that happened when you were a kid? You think?
Man.
That you remember? The
Trauma
wildest
probably
thing.
blocked out some of it.
Yeah.
I got statues on stuff, man. I don't know, man. Like I've seen, like, I remember one day I was playing basketball and somebody shot up the apartments next to my house. Did a drive-by. That was the first
They did
time.
a drive-by?
Yeah, and we were
Like
outside
that?
playing. Yeah, we were outside playing basketball. We had the basketball court was the only basketball goal within like 5 blocks, and it was right in my neighborhood. It was in my house, so like everybody from the hood came
And
to
where
my
is
house.
this at?
On Willow Street.
In Conway?
Yeah.
Okay.
Over behind like Hobby Lobby and stuff. So everybody played basketball.
Not behind
in my house.
Hobby Lobby,
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
Not behind the Hobby Lobby. Come on, man.
My house looked like Rucker
That
Park.
should be a timeout zone behind the Hobby Lobby. People crafting and shit, man. Isn't that a safe space behind the Hobby Lobby?
No, man. My house looked like Rucker Park some days, man. Like everybody be at my house playing basketball. Well, one day we were out there playing late. We played 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes the cops would stop and play basketball with us, like the little cops on the bike would ride around.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, but one day we were out there playing, man, and somebody got to talking. We heard them talking smack over there. And they came back, and then they drove past the house, but they started shooting a little early. We were playing basketball, so we all just ducking and diving. And I remember that was pretty wild, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So they just sprayed it?
They sprayed.
They slow drove and sprayed it?
Yeah.
Were they after somebody, or
yeah,
they just
yeah,
wanted to?
yeah.
Okay.
And the cops came. The reason my mom ended up moving out of that house is because the same thing happened, and they actually hit the house. And my mom was like, all right.
So they were always coming for people in those apartments for some
man,
reason. There must have been some dealers or something over there.
Oh, man, yeah.
Yeah, is that what was going on?
It was all up and down the street.
See, they used to have a place like that, and the majority of people, probably most anybody watching won't even know this place, but there was a place at Chico and Baseline in Little Rock, Southwest Little Rock, called Sin City.
Yes.
And there was some old apartment buildings, man, and those apartments weren't even they weren't even rented anymore. They were just a shell, but there were still plenty of people there.
Trap houses.
Yeah, and they were all trap houses, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And man, I pulled over there and saw a couple things a time or two.
My bus stop was a trap house.
What?
Yeah.
Your bus stop?
My bus stop was a trap house. They tore it down because it was an old church. Well, they figured out there was heat, or there was still gas running in there, so they hooked up the heat. They would cook crack and stuff at my bus stop. Like there was wild stuff. They have girls.
They were cooking rock at the bus stop.
Yeah, they're having sex in the. Yeah, it was wild, man. They had to tear all that stuff down, man.
I
had a wild bus stop.
That
man.
was probably an exciting
man. I had
day,
a wild bus stop, man.
Yeah.
Wild bus stop.
Who was having sex? The drug dealers?
Well, I was young at that time.
Or
It
the
was the older
hookers, or-
guys. Like, they were in high school and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I was in, like...
Oh, they were banging.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I
okay.
was in, like, elementary school seeing them. I'm like, what the hell's going on in there?
Oh, yeah, no, that would
it was
be
wild,
weird.
man.
No, that'd
I
be
didn't know
super
at the
weird.
time that they were cooking crack, but as I got older, I'm like, oh, okay.
I
That's what
see
they were
what
in
they're
there doing
doing.
that stove.
They
That
rocking
makes
that
sense,
up.
man.
Yeah, they rocking that
Yeah,
up.
I think they were just trying to keep warm. No.
Yeah, cooking up dope with the newsie. You know what I mean?
It was wild, man.
I'll never forget one of the wilder times for me, and don't do drugs.
No.
So this was in, the very early 90s, okay? Probably right around the time the Chronic dropped, 92 maybe, somewhere 92, 93, I bet. And I just got back from, well, no, it was earlier than that. It would have been 90, because I just got back from military training for my second round of it. And so I was back at home, and I was still, I was real good physique because I
Right.
was in the military, and but I still had that military haircut, right? Well, at the time, the lady I was with said, "Hey, I know where we can score some weed," and I was like, "Oh, cool, let's go." Now that's bad. That's bad. Okay. It was not legal then. Okay, you had
Right.
to go to an urban pharmacist,
Right.
and so there was a place right across from Eight Wheels in Southwest Little Rock, and we pull up. It's an apartment. As soon as we pull, it's a townhouse. As soon as we pull up, I look up in the window and above, and there's a dude sitting there with an Uzi. And I looked at her and I said, "Listen, are you sure we're good?" She goes, "No,
Yeah.
no, I met him. We're good." Okay. Knock on the door. They answer, walk in, shut the door, and all of a sudden there's 5 dudes standing around me with 9s pointed at my dome, going, what are you? You a cop?
Yeah.
You look like you're a
Yeah.
cop, aren't you?"
Yeah.
And listen, bro, when I tell you, I never in my life felt closer to the end than that right there. I could see it all ending right there, man. I mean, when I tell you there were 5 of them,
You're
I
like,
mean,
I'm
there
gonna
were
die
5.
over a
Yeah.
dime bag of weed.
That's right. And so a quarter. Let's get it right. But anyway, I said, listen to me, man. I'm in the National Guard. Okay, I want you to just reach in my pocket, or let me reach in, and I've got my military ID in my pocket. I swear to God,
They
I
thought you
just
had a
got
cop
back.
cut.
Yeah, and the dude upstairs said, "Who is it down there?" And they said something, and he goes, "Let him up." And I was like, God.
Made it
Bless
past the
America,
gatekeeper.
bro. Yeah. Then we get up there, and this dude, first of all, has an eye patch on. I assume he had one eye, or it was just for cool effect. I don't know. But you know those things they keep paintbrushes in, like artists do, that roll out?
Oh yeah.
Like, and it's
Yeah.
all these different. Yeah. He did that, but it was every kind of drug you could. There was stuff in there to this day. I don't even know what it was. And he goes, "What do you want, mine?" He was Jamaican, and just some weed.
Did the thing glow when he threw it? Like,
But man, it practically did. Then he tried to talk my girl into being a trick.
oh man.
And I was like, "Yeah, it's probably time to go. I don't think we'll be a repeat customer here. You know what I mean? I think we're gonna move on to other places, man. Yeah. But when you're young and stupid, that's the situations you put yourself in. It was a different world then.
Buying weed was a whole experience back in the 90s.
Man, dude, it was too.
Man.
Yeah, you'd have to look back in the 90s. Now that everybody had cell phones, you'd have to call them. They'd have to answer.
Blowing our pagers up.
Yeah, then you'd have to set a time to go do it, or they'd have to call you. "Oh, I'm waiting on it right." That was always the thing. I'm waiting on it. I'm waiting on it right now.
Give me an hour.
Yeah,
That turned into
8 hours. Next day. Yeah.
I called you. You didn't get that call?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, right. Yeah, you called. Then you'd have to go get it. And hope.
Or somebody got busted. Oh, they got busted, and then you just lost your money. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen that happen too, man. They got busted. No, they didn't. They didn't get busted, bro. You lost 50.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, that's how that went.
I used to rob little kids when I was take
What?
their money. I'd be like, oh yeah, because I was from that area, so everybody just assumed, So it kind of pissed me off that they assumed,
They
so,
judged you.
Yeah, so it'd be like, can you give me like a QP? I'd be like, yeah, I can get you that. Like $250. I just take their money. Be like, what are you gonna do, man? Are you gonna tell them you gonna whoop my ass? Like, what are you gonna do?
Oh no, you man, jacking the kids, dog.
Drugs are bad. Now you learned a lesson. Go home.
That was a lesson to you, kid. I saved your life. Get out of here. Beat it. That's hilarious, man. All right, let's see real quick before we move on if the people are saying anything here, because I'm being very neglectful right now. All right. Okay. Yeah. My friend does Spark. She makes great money. That's what Tasha said.
No, yes, you can make some bank on that, man.
David said Darwinism at its finest. It is. Dodging a bullet is, in fact, Darwinism at its finest. Darren said, good morning.
Good morning.
What's up, people? Dads After Dark. Oh,
What's
man,
up?
Those dudes are awesome, man. If you are not watching their podcast, man, you're not living right, because they're great. You should check those guys out. You know what? They're 3 buddies. They've been friends, I guess, forever. I don't know how long. I assume forever. because they have that chemistry,
Gotcha.
of those kind of dudes. It's like hanging out with your bros. They're doing
Right,
bro
right,
stuff,
right.
and man, they're fun. They're really a lot of fun. They do a lot of crazy stuff. They, as a matter of fact, I owe you guys, and I don't mean in a good way.
Uh-oh.
I mean, I owe you some torture, some
Uh-oh.
punishment, some pain.
Uh-oh.
Because we showed up on the Dads After Dark podcast. It was me and Rich,
Right.
and they ambushed us with this. They cooked 3 different dishes.
I seen y'all had plates and stuff.
Yeah. They made dishes, quote unquote, out of one with spam, one with Vienna sausage, one with just straight potted meat.
Oh,
and
man.
So we had to taste test each dish and determine who was the best or who was the worst.
Shittier and shittiest.
Oh my God, man! Listen to me. Speaking of that, for about 2 days after eating that, I've been blowing places up, bro.
Oh man!
No, you got to pay for this. This will not go unpunished.
God,
I promise you.
Because there's no telling what is potted meat? Like what
man,
kind
I
of
don't
meat
even
is
know,
that,
man. It's not. It ain't. I don't know.
It don't
Beaks, hooves. I'm not sure. It ain't good. I'll tell you that. You can't put it in anything.
He's probably eating
one
cow's
of them
ass.
made a grilled cheese with it.
Oh
my God, it was terrible.
You can't make that stuff.
And
taste
then another
good,
made
man.
a dip out of it, and that dip was the worst. It was the worst dip I ever tasted.
Spam dip?
No.
Okay.
Potted meat dip.
Potted meat. God no.
Yeah. Let's see. So what else we got here? Andy said. So now, when you're ready to shoot a 50 cal, come see the tactical turkey. Yes,
man,
absolutely.
I seen that gun he had on the table. That was is that the 50? That's the only
Yeah.
gun I know that's
Oh,
big
that was
like
David.
That.
Yes,
That
that's a
thing
50.
was insane.
Yeah, you're talking about David Lindsay. Yeah, he came in here. David Lindsay is the national champion of ELR. That's extended long-range rifle shooting. So basically, akin to sniper shooting, he would tell you it's not the same because he's not in those conditions and that situation,
right.
But he shot a target at over 2 miles.
That's insane.
To win the championship.
My buddy Dustin, he was in that stuff in the army and stuff, and he shot I think over a mile. He told me, I was like, that's impressive, man. Like that.
Yeah,
a mile,
no.
Like you shoot and you can count, and then it's like ding.
No,
like,
he said the drop rate for that is like 50 feet, man. I mean, you have to count. You have to aim 50 feet above.
No, yeah. And then you got
the right trajectory, the right
wind,
all the wind, all that stuff to hit a target that far away.
And you can only shoot one time because if you miss, they're going to be running. You know
what I'm saying?
Like
it's over
one time.
If you don't hit them.
Yeah, one time.
Yeah, that is wild.
That's impressive, man.
No, it's impressive. Are you kidding me, man? It's super impressive. Look, there's a lot of math in there.
Yeah.
I don't want to math that much.
Have you seen when they shoot to the ground, just goes?
Yeah.
Like it flattens the grass.
Oh yeah, no, it's real. All right, look, you like movies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who doesn't like movies? If you don't like movies, you might be a commie.
Right.
Okay. In the age of virtually having any movie to stream at any time, new research finds we still keep coming back to the same ones we love the most.
Yes.
Everybody has their favorites. The film you can rewatch over and over. A new survey, according to this, says which they are. Now, if you had to guess, have you already seen it? Have you seen the answer?
No.
Okay. If you had to guess what you think, according to this survey of 2,000 adults across the country.
Is it guys or girls?
All people.
All people?
Yeah. What is the favorite movie?
It's going to be something whack and weird. You know it is.
Of all time that people watch over and over on streaming. You want a hint?
It's not going to be like Titanic or nothing, is it?
No, it's not that one.
Okay.
They had a little better. That's a good movie, but they still had better taste than that. It's Forrest Gump.
I could see that. Anytime Forrest Gump's on, I'll watch it. Like that's
a good movie.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks is, for about 15, 20 years, Tom Hanks just
bangers.
owned the straight bangers is all he put out.
Yeah.
and they were all good, and that's one of them. Man.
I just watched the one where he got lost on the island the other day with my wife.
Oh,
She couldn't believe I had watched.
Castaway?
Yeah, I'd never seen it. She's
Oh,
like,
no.
you got to watch this.
Man, listen, if you...
And Mr. Wilson?
Wilson, I'm going to tell you something. I literally teared up over a volleyball in that movie. When he lost Wilson, you know, Wilson! The dude
like
was just
the only
broken.
thing he
That's
had,
all he
man.
had was
like,
a damn
yeah,
volleyball
and,
and a
gone.
package and an unopened package.
Man.
He kept that package
Man,
the whole time.
yes. So what? That package had somebody's ashes in it or something, didn't it?
I don't remember, man.
It had
It's
like
been
the
so
wings
long.
on it, so I'm just
maybe.
That's
yeah.
what I always took it as.
I
I only
don't
seen the
know.
movie once though, so
Yeah, it's been a while.
it seems like it was something like that to me, anyways.
Now, while Forrest Gump is the average American believes they've watched their favorite movie 38 times. Millennials average 50.
Wow.
Gen Z right behind with 49. Now, this also doesn't always take into account different ages have different choices, but more than half admit their favorite movie could be considered a guilty pleasure. Millennials think they could recite nearly half of their favorite movie by heart. Boomers think 23%. So, what's the next favorite? It's my wife's favorite movie. I can tell you that. A lot of people love it. It's really old. Really old.
What genre?
What genre?
Like, is it a gangster movie? Is it
no.
a love movie?
Yeah, fantasy, I guess. It's a harder one maybe to guess. Are you guessing out there? Are people guessing what it is?
Is it the people with like the little blue people?
Ruby Red Slippers.
What?
The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, yeah.
Wizard
My
of
wife,
Oz.
she'll watch that when it's on TV for sure.
Number 3, The Titanic.
I knew it had to be on there.
It is on there. Look, it's a great film. I really like it, but I can't watch people
watch
die
it over
all
and
the
over
time.
and over
It's
and
too
over.
tragic.
No, yeah. I see that lady shoving Leo in the water over and over.
Right. Bitch, you could have let him on the door.
There was plenty of room, man. Plenty of room.
The Lion King.
Nah, I can get down with some Lion King. Except for the musical stuff.
I've never seen The Lion King.
Oh, man. You know Haywood? My buddy Haywood?
Yeah. I know Haywood.
We got really stoned.
I like that dude,
it.
man.
And him and his brother, I was sitting there, right?
Yeah.
And I heard something go, and I'm like, what the hell? I look over, and both of them are bawling. Haywood, I'm telling everybody.
Watching The Lion King?
They were bawling, dude.
That's great, man.
We were really high, but yeah, they were bawling their asses off.
We were really high.
I'll never forget that, man. No, he was like,
he
was like, I don't know, he's just a real big, strong guy to me, and I seen him crying over. I was like, dude, this is a damn movie.
Right? That's great, man. Next is Dirty Dancing.
My wife loves that movie.
I was going to say, that's a lady movie.
Yeah.
Now, let me tell you this. I was so excited, and I think it's Freevee is where it's at. Freevee is owned by Amazon, and Tubi's owned by Fox, and I watch both of them a lot. But Freevee, I think, is where I found the OG Roadhouse.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and look, let me try to say this the best way I can. I am a flaming hetero, but I can tell you that when I watched that movie, there were a couple times I went, man, I get why chicks dug Patrick Swayze. I mean, that dude, there was something about that dude, man. He was definitely a star. You know what I mean? I just saw probably 3 months ago the new Roadhouse with Conor McGregor, and it was fine.
I seen it, but it
was fine.
I thought they were gonna do like a remake.
It was fine, but it was not nearly as good. Man, I watched that person the other probably 2 nights ago, and man, I was all by myself watching it. I probably had more fun watching that movie than I have in ages. Like, it was Sam Elliott's in it. You know, it's a lot of ass kicking going on. It's just a damn good movie.
I need to watch that again. I haven't watched it in years,
man. John Wick series.
Man, I've been watching those.
That's guys. Look, John Wick, pick any of them for me. I'll watch them anytime. I'll be honest, Jason Bourne's about the same way. I like both of those. But John Wick is just, man, Keanu Reeves. You know, two, at least 2 characters. Well, 3 really. I mean, if you think about it, he was in what was the OG movie he was in with where they Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
that was his first one?
Well, it was one of the first ones. Then he had Neo.
They
and
had
then John
Speed.
Wick. Oh, Speed, yeah, but he only did one of those. But
I
I'm
mean,
saying
that was a pretty big
but
movie,
it was a
though.
big movie, yeah, for sure. Home Alone series, a lot of people like that at Christmas.
Yeah.
Fast and Furious series.
I still watch them.
There's like 400 of them.
Yeah.
I mean, has Dom trans yet? That's the next one. Dom becomes a woman. Keeps all the muscles, though. Keeps the muscles.
Wow.
Star Wars and The Godfather.
I like The Godfather, but it's harder to watch nowadays because more of your gangster movies are more faster paced. That's a really slow pace. You got to really watch it.
Yeah. Now, what's another gangster movie you love?
Scarface. Man, Scarface is my all-time favorite.
Say hello to my little friend.
Yeah.
Man,
I'll tell you a good one. It's not really a gangster movie, but it's kind of in that genre. I love Harlem Nights. Have you ever watched Harlem Nights?
Of course I have.
Man, that is one of my favorite freaking movies.
Film.
I'll shoot you in your pinky toe.
Yeah, no,
that's hilarious, man. Like, I love some Harlem Nights, man.
I'll give you probably my two favorite. Scarface is up there. My two favorite are The Untouchables.
Man, yeah.
Sean Connery, Kevin Costner.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
I love Sean Connery.
Yeah.
I love that dude. And then the other one is Legend, and it has Tom Hardy. He plays twins. One of them is gay, one of them's not. They're both gangsters. Matter of fact, the gay one's more ruthless and brutal than the other one.
Jeez,
And he could. When I tell you, it's important I make this distinction because he couldn't have played characters any differently. There were several times where I had to remind myself he's playing both characters because I would forget he was one of them. And it is phenomenal, bro, that movie. But please watch it if you haven't. You like Tom Hardy?
Yeah.
That's like Venom?
Yeah, I just watched the new Venom the other day.
Yeah.
Have you seen that one yet?
Yeah,
that's
pretty good
too, man.
Pretty good. All right, now, if we're talking about by generation, Gen Z's favorite movies, Toy Story, Avengers Endgame, and Shrek. Millennials, Lion King, Forrest Gump, Titanic. Gen X, Forrest Gump, Rocky, and Star Wars. Boomers, Dirty Dancing, Wizard of Oz, Forrest Gump. It's hard for me to understand how the greatest movie ever made didn't make this list.
Shawshank.
That is correct. Ding,
Okay.
ding, 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 ding,
Making
ding.
sure he's
Every
on the
time
same
you
page.
ever say that to a guy, he knows exactly the movie you're talking about.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
No, that's...
If you are changing channels and you hit Shawshank, you're
stopping.
done. You're done.
Yeah.
Yeah. That movie is...
No, yeah.
And you know what's weird about it? I've thought about it in recent years. It's almost a romance. Almost.
Yeah, a bromance.
It's a bromance. It's as deep as a bromance as you get.
No, yeah, it is.
There's
nothing,
nothing. Well, there is, but it ain't them. You know what I mean? What were they called? The sisters?
Yeah, the sisters.
Oof. I'd love to tell you Andy fought the good fight and the sisters let him be. But prison is no fairy tale.
That made me so mad when they did that to him. I was like, no, don't do that to him.
No,
man.
not Andy, man.
Keep fighting.
He's innocent.
Protect your hoe, man.
Yeah, no doubt about it. All right, let's go back to see what the people are saying. And then our guy is going to be here before long.
That's what I'm looking to see. What inbox me.
Akeem, Kemp, the guitar virtuoso. He's going to be here, and man, I'm super stoked about that. When he gets here, because as you can see, we don't have a full cast in the house today. When he gets here, we'll probably do a quick intermission. Just the sound to go off. We'll put something up on the screen while we get him hooked up with the sound and everything, and then we'll pop back and do that. So just be aware that that's probably how that's going to go down. All right, let's see. Latasha said, that's why I relate to Chad. We both had wild upbringings. My man is the same way.
I like Latasha, man.
Excuse me. Kristen said, my husband has a wild childhood. Yeah, especially, I don't know what Kristen's childhood was like, but I suspect it was on the other side of the tracks.
Her whole life changed when we met, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, no, you ruined her. She's ruined. Is that what her daddy said? You ruined her.
I seasoned
no,
her,
I'm kidding.
man. I seasoned her.
You seasoned her. Okay, I hear you, Cavenders. That's great. That's great. All right. Okay. Jay said Pulp Fiction.
Oh, man, yes.
Yes. Bro, Pulp Fiction is definitely one of the very best.
Yes.
It's
That's
man,
another one I'm stopping on if I see it on.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Every vignette in that, because it's broken down into
Samuel
vignettes.
Jackson with the pistol. Say one more.
One more time,
I
mother.
love that.
One more time. One more time.
I love it.
Yeah. And the righteous. Yeah, no, that is.
Yes.
And by the way, can I tell you something funny about that? That is not even a real biblical quote that he spouts out in that scene. And that was funny to me that it wasn't. I always thought that it was. But yeah, Zed's dead, baby. Zed's dead.
He says, I'm en route. I'm watching live. Just heard y'all talking about me.
Oh, yeah.
You're a bad man, man.
You're a
He
bad
said 11
mofo,
minutes
bro.
out,
We excited.
man.
We're
ready
excited,
to come in here
Dad.
and rock
Trust
out,
me,
man.
we are ready. Yeah, man. Pulp Fiction, the best scene. Not the best scene.
That's
They're
one,
all great scenes, but
that is one. Yeah.
that basement scene in the pawn shop, Ving Rhames, man. Bruce Willis said, "We all right?" No, I'm a far cry from all right. Something like that. Long way from all right. No, I mean, are we all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is.
Get the Kemp.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
the Kemp.
wild, man.
Yeah.
And that's so off the wall how that scene even kind of happens in that movie. You know what I'm saying? Like it's wild. Like you're watching.
Yeah.
You don't really expect that.
No,
that's like,
that's what's so
what
great
the hell
about
is
Pulp
this?
Fiction. And I don't know, man. I might argue that's his best film, Quentin Tarantino. It's hard to argue against it because every segment in it, there's a surprise, a left turn somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, the boxing one, there's left turn with that one. You know, I mean, every one has a turn on it, and you're just like, wow, that's crazy. I'll tell you another one that's like that. Hey, what's going on with the screen there, Broham?
You need two of us up there.
You doubled us up there, Brandon. Can you? There we go. Is Sin City, not the second one.
They're
the first
one.
Half
cartoon, half.
Yeah, kind of.
I never really got into that.
Man, I liked it though. Oh man, dude, it is good. It's got a little animation overlay to it, I guess, basically. But man, it really is wild. It's like Pulp Fiction. It's a lot of vignettes, and every one is crazier than the other. And I'm telling you, man, if you don't remember the part where, do you know who Elijah? What is it? Elijah Woods?
Yeah, I know who that is.
Frodo Baggins.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't remember how Frodo Baggins dies in that movie, you got to go back and watch it because it is the craziest shit you'll ever see.
I have to go back.
You'll just be like, "Oh, damn! I didn't. Oh, no, what? No, come on, man. You know." And then Mickey Rourke. That's one of his best roles he's ever played.
Have you ever seen Unusual Suspects?
Oh, The Usual Suspects. Hell yeah.
That's when I love movies like that. At the end, you're like, oh,
right.
Like everything comes together, and you're just like, oh, man.
Steve Buscemi's like, why do I got to be Mr. Pink? I don't want to be Mr. Pink.
I love that movie.
No,
man.
that's a classic.
That's a good movie. You really don't hear that much about it though, and I don't know. It's a good movie, man.
David said favorite Bruce Willis movie. Well, Die Hard.
Yeah.
Die Hard is certainly my favorite, but I think he's talking about Sin City.
Yeah.
No, that's a great one. Die Hard is my favorite Bruce Willis, but Sin City is a great movie.
Have you seen him all lately? He's all messed up.
Yeah,
that's sad,
it is. He basically is nonverbal. Yeah, he's sometimes in there, sometimes not. Basically, I think is how it is.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Chevy Chase is kind of like that too, man.
Chevy Chase, man. Everything I hear is that he's a shit hook.
What do you mean by that? Like,
I mean, he's a dick, Chevy Chase.
He just looks like he had a stroke. I seen him on TikTok or something. He looks like he had a stroke.
He may have. Man. I don't know. He might have. But he was so funny to me in the '80s. Like Sledge.
Yeah, I was
is
just
one of my favorite movies. I still will watch that right now and laugh so hard.
Yeah.
You know, and I love it because what was great to me about Chevy Chase is his deadpan delivery, and I robbed him of it.
Oh yeah.
I stole it straight from him because that's my favorite comedic thing to do. Is I will look you dead straight face and say something insane and just wait for you.
Face.
Yeah, and people every time. I mean, almost 90% of the time, people will fall for it. You know, you just got to say it the right way.
Right.
And then they'll look at you and you can put that smirk on them. You're like, yeah, I got you on that one. You know. Rich said, good morning. Jay
morning.
said another movie that would be one of his favorites is Dazed and Confused.
Oh, man, I love me some Dazed and Confused,
yeah,
man.
that's isn't that where,
all right.
Just Keep Living, man. Matthew
keep on
McConaughey.
living.
Yeah, that's where that came out of, isn't it?
Yes, man, that's the Austin man right there.
Yeah, no, that definitely is a good one.
His first line ever as a actor or whatever. That's
really,
the
that's the first thing he
they ever said.
Wow.
They told him there's like you're in a such and whatever your model of that car is. It's Friday night. Da 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 da. What's your line? He was like, all right, and then just let it roll like that. I was like, that's pretty badass.
He's reached some other kind of status now that's unusual to me. It's like he just shows up randomly in commercials doing weird shit.
He just shows up.
He's like Jeff Goldblum now. He just shows up being weird in commercials, but he's supposed to be cool. I know, but I look at it and I'm like, is that cool? You kind of look like a creeper, Matt.
He's yeah, I get that vibe too.
You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Tasha said that Drop Dead Fred is her all-time
Drop Dead
favorite
Fred
movie.
is a good movie, man.
You know, that's been a popular one
I
at
hadn't
my
heard
house
about that
for
one
a
in a
long
while,
time.
man.
Yeah, it's popular. I'd never watched it. I'm not sure I've even seen it.
You've never seen Drop Dead Fred?
I mean, I've seen parts of it. I don't know that I've ever seen it all the way through.
You got to smoke and watch that.
Yeah. Harlem Nights, David said that's one of the best movies.
Yes.
Yeah, no, absolutely it is. Bruce Willis movie, David said Red is his favorite.
Oh, man, that is a good one.
That's a funny one. Yeah, I like Red 1 and 2, by the way, both of those.
Yeah.
Those are great movies. Yeah.
What's that lady's name that's in those? She's the older lady.
Yeah.
She's in the Fast and Furious too.
Helen Mirren.
Yeah, she's a badass, man.
She is.
I
and
like
you know
her,
what's
man.
crazy is a lot of people, even as she got older, it felt like she had a sexy level to her.
She does.
There is a little something
man.
about
She's like
that,
a sexy grandma. Like,
yeah,
it's
I mean, it's
weird to say,
it
but
is weird, but
it is. But
it is kind of that way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Man? Yeah. Now, if you see her when she was young, wow.
I imagine.
Oh my God, yeah. But you know who else is now? Martha Stewart. A lot of people like her. I think she's
That's people
tries
with
too
mommy
hard.
issues and stuff.
Yeah, because she gonna spank you. You can bet. She ain't gonna
And
be
make you
nice
some
about
cookies.
it. Yeah,
Make you some cookies later.
yeah, maybe. But Christy Brinkley, man, she's like 75 and still looks like she did in the 80s, man.
Yeah.
Bro, it's crazy. Have you
But-
seen her daughter? Looks just like her.
Yeah. A lot of these supermodels, their daughters look just like them, man.
Yeah, they do actually, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw Tom Brady's ex is having another baby or just had another
one,
baby.
I think.
I'm like, man, that was fast.
Right.
I mean, man, that dude, that martial arts guy.
He didn't waste no time.
Yeah, I'm in there. Yeah, he was like, no, we're going to plant the flag right now. Tom ain't coming back. You ain't coming back, Tom. I spoiled it.
Yep.
I ruined it for you. Man, how bad is it for man? You won 7 Super Bowls. You're Tom Brady. You're the best looking man on the planet.
She said he sold his soul for football.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah.
Did she really?
No, yeah, for real.
When did she say that?
Well, I mean, she said like she told him to retire and he didn't retire. He went back to Tampa, and then that's when she started hooking up with the jiu-jitsu dude. So I mean,
he had the moves. See, that's the thing too. You're Tom Brady. You've won 7 Super Bowls.
You're just so
You're the
secure
best
of
looking
yourself.
guy in the world. You're rich as hell, and your wife's having an affair with her jiu-jitsu guy, and you can't even do nothing because dude can beat your ass.
Right.
I mean, what you gonna do? He's a jiu-jitsu like a master.
He'll beat your ass and then sue you.
Yeah, and sue you. That's right. And take your money. He took your wife. He took your stuff. Half
Take
your
all
money.
your rings,
He's
everything.
spending your
man.
money and stuff already. He's spending his money.
Driving
you know,
your
'cause you know
cars.
she got it. Of course, actually, I'm not sure if they had prenups or not, but she was worth like $500 million on her own.
Mm-hmm.
I did not realize she had that much.
Some
net
of the
worth.
models bank, man.
Man, she apparently and honestly, I never even thought she was that hot. You know, she's okay. I mean, I get it, but sometimes when they're super, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, some of them are so pretty that they're not pretty.
Like
you know?
Kate Moss, I was like, okay. You know, Kate Upton, yeah, yeah. I get down to Kate Upton, but you know, she's a little thick stick,
Right.
and she's not. But
Thick.
on model standard,
That's what I was
only
on models.
only
right,
in
right,
the perverse
right,
model
right,
standard of
right.
weight.
Which is over
Is
90
Kate Upton,
pounds.
yeah, is Kate Upton thick? But yeah, you know what I'm saying. I'm sorry, I shouldn't even be saying any of that business right now. I don't know it's Friday. You know, he's always loose around here on a Friday, right?
Man.
Okay, so let's see what else we've got here to talk about. I've got some other things that I put aside that I wanted to get to. But let me get to this though. A few things that I need to do. Let's do a little business here. First of all, Stone's Throw Brewing. If you are not going there to get your beer on, what are you doing, man? Those guys over at Stone's Throw are amazing. They got different things they do every day of the week. By the way, they now have a food. They've reopened the kitchen with Slater's Alaskan dumplings, and they run the show over there for food. And they 7 days a week. It is good stuff. Now Mondays you get $5 crowlers, but some Fridays are New Brew Fridays. I know he just had one last week, and he had one. I don't know if this is or not, but get out to Stone's Throw Brewing. They're outstanding. You can go to their website, or go to Facebook, Stone's Throw Brewing, and check them out, man. They are amazing.
Is that chocolate beer y'all were drinking the other day?
Yeah, it was. It was. It was good. It was actually really good.
That's wild, man.
No,
I've never heard of a chocolate beer.
I'm glad you reminded me of that. Yeah, it had some notes of chocolate in it, but not
like
thick.
A Hershey's.
Not like the thick chocolate. It was just the those base notes of it with the beer, and it wasn't sweet, but it wasn't like the bitter. You ever make the mistake as a kid of your mom bought some baking chocolate? And you eat that, it has no sugar in it. You take a bite, it's the most bitter thing you've ever tasted.
Like cocoa.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste like that. It's not bitter like that. But it wasn't sweet like chocolate, So yeah, that was
somewhere in between the two then.
Yeah, that was the one that he had when he was last year.
Yeah, I seen that. I was like, that's pretty cool, man.
It is man, it's a good one, man. It really is. Also, a couple of other new things going on sponsor-wise that I want to tell you about. Number one is Fitz Auto. They've got some new deals going on right now. They just got some new inventory in. If you had been shopping for a car, it's a very good time to go over there. I think they just put another 25 late model, low mileage vehicles on the lot.
Yeah.
And man, listen, they have nice vehicles there. They have every kind of vehicle you can imagine. What matters to you, I think, for a lot of people is three things. Number one, credit's not going to stop you. Okay, you can, even if you have some bad credit in the past, if you got a good job, you're going to be able to get a vehicle. Number two, it's not going to be an old clunker. It's going to be something really nice that you can be proud of. And number three is they're local. They make the decisions themselves, and they back everything they sell. If that's the kind of people you want to work with, and I would think it probably is, then head over to 8421 Stagecoach in Little Rock, or you can shop them over at fitzauto.com, and you can find everything you need.
They got cars, they got motorcycles, they said, side-by-sides.
Oh, yeah.
Like anything with wheels, like they're liable to have it.
They've got, what is that thing? I don't remember what it's called, but it's got either 6 or 8 wheels. I've seen them have that. And it goes, you drive it on land, but you can drive it right into the water, and it's a boat.
It's whatever.
Yeah, it's amphibious.
Yeah, amphibious. Yeah,
and it's dope as hell,
That's
man.
wild,
it's super
man.
cool.
It's
They
a
got one of those.
like that?
Yeah. It's a matter of fact. Let me just pull it up. Hold on. Let me see if I can.
Man.
Super fast.
It drives like a sticker, like a steering wheel. But some of them things drive with like a little stick right there in the middle.
Let's see if I can find it here and tell you. Just gonna scroll. I got to scroll through their inventory for a second. So
they do got some nice inventory though.
Man, they do. I mean, here, look. Here's a Charger right there. Look at that 2019 Dodge Charger. Here's a 2021 Dodge Charger with 35,000 miles on it. That's not even broke in, is it?
No, mine's.
Now, how long does it take to break a Charger in? 50?
Yeah. Mine's at like 17 right now.
17? Yeah. Are you still babying it a little bit?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I figured so. Okay. Hold on. I'm wasting our time here, but damn it. Where's it at? Because I sure want to tell you what it's called, because it's okay. There's a Harley Davidson 2021 Harley.
Yeah.
With it's a 1250 special with 461 miles.
That's barely used, man.
That's barely even. Man, that is really nice. There's a 2009 Harley with only 5,400 miles for a 2009. 10
Oh, I
grand.
think I just seen it. Go down a little bit farther. Is that
There it is.
It's
Yeah.
some bitch orange.
8 wheels. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's an Argo.
That's
A 2023 Argo Frontier 650.
sweet, man.
Man, is that not dope looking?
That is sweet.
I mean, that mug will go. Yeah, I wish you could see it on the screen.
Man,
I should get a picture of it and
sweet,
put it
man.
up. But look that up. Look up a 2023 Argo Frontier 650.
Yeah, you can have fun on that thing.
Man, what are you talking about, bro? You can go through anything with that, man. That would be dope.
Deer hunt or duck hunting, really, man. Like, that
that'd
would
be great for
great
that,
for
wouldn't
duck
it?
hunting,
Man,
man.
it would
Yes.
too. I never thought about that, but
Yes.
you're really right.
Yeah.
That would be great for that. All right, let's see what we got here. I do have some stuff I really wanted to get to today. Okay, so we talked a little bit about this morning. So they published this DOGE thing, Department of Government Efficiency. They went into this one agency, looked at all the things they've been spending money on, and they published this list of projects and programs that the U.S. Agency for International Development has helped fund across the years. So here are some of the things they highlighted. For example, $20 million that we spent, your tax dollars, $20 million of your tax dollars went to create Sesame Street in Iraq.
What?
That's right. Big Bird in Iraq.
No.
Yeah.
Cancel.
Yeah. Okay. As a matter of fact, it's a show called Alon Sim Sim, Iraq. Yeah, from Sesame Street.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's see. They shut down, what else did they have on here? Okay. Millions of dollars to farmers in Afghanistan to get them to grow food instead of poppy. Yeah.
I mean, that's trying to get rid of the heroin, and I kind of get that, but no.
Yeah, again, no. What else do we have here? Okay, how about this? You'll love this one. This is a great example. $2 million to fund Moroccan pottery classes and promotion.
Cancel.
$2 million.
No.
Yeah, here is millions of dollars spent to fund a trans comic book in another country.
What?
Yeah, a trans opera in another country. Yeah.
Why?
Well,
like,
I mean, what do you mean? Why? I mean,
wait, they don't do that in America. Like, why are they paying for another country? Like,
well, that's a great question. Why are they doing that?
Man.
Why would we pay? You know, that's the stuff. That's why I say that. I know that all these people are fighting. Like, all of a sudden, Elon Musk is the biggest devil on the planet. He went from hero to zero in a matter of years.
Right.
You know, he's like a Bond villain to people at this point.
He's on Saturday Night Live like every
right.
And stuff, you know.
So, but look, after seeing what they've uncovered just in this department, and that's just scratching the surface, literally billions of dollars of projects like these, and money going to other countries, money for all kinds of ridiculous projects and programs. And some of it probably is just money laundering that's going on. You know what I mean?
You might not be a Trump supporter, but this
isn't about politics.
Right.
Though.
That's just like
this is about
us getting screwed, man.
This is about like your accountant going into your bank account and going, look, here's your problem.
Yeah,
you may not be. It may not be comfortable for your accountant to have access to your bank account and your shopping list.
Needed.
But if you're going to get right, you probably got to do it, right? Yeah, I know you don't want them to see that you bought asses in Alaska, you know, for $5.99, but that's the least of your worries. It's more the McDonald's, the cigarettes, the booze, you know, the weed.
Right.
You know, it's all your expenses. You know what I'm talking about. You're living life out there. You know, if they got into your finances, they're going to tell you, well, here's your problem.
Oh, mom would be like, you got to quit going to the dispensary.
Right. I feel you, Play. I feel you. You know what I'm saying? I like the dank, you know. Give me some dank Sinatra.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, but sometimes you got to not.
You got to have that, man. You got to have those moments where you got to look at that stuff. And when it's like that, you got to fix it. Like, if it was you doing your checkbook, like, you'd be knocking that out of your checkbook.
And every one of us have known our whole lives that the government wastes your money.
Oh, yeah, like all the $1,000 toilets they say and all that stuff.
Yeah, I saw, I can't remember what the tool was. I do know what it was now.
It was a hammer, wasn't it?
No. Well, the OG story when I was a kid was $100 for a hammer. But check this one out. This is one of the greatest that I saw. They were providing cups, like a little, like if you have a water machine,
Right.
and you have a
Dixie
kind of
cup?
little styrofoam cup,
Right.
but these are about this tall.
Gotcha.
Okay, so they're
8 ounces.
yeah, about an 8-ounce styrofoam cup.
Gotcha.
$1,200 a cup.
For a styrofoam cup.
$1,200.
It better have the best
a
lean.
cup.
It better have the best lean in it. It better be a triple cup.
$1,200
No,
a cup.
sir. No, sir.
You think somebody's laundering money there?
You think?
I mean, because I feel fairly confident they
What
got
about-
those cups for at least under 1,000 a piece.
What
Don't you think?
Oh man, yeah.
Maybe under 500 a piece. Maybe under 5
cents
a piece. 50 cents a piece, maybe. I mean, come on, man. That's a little bit of a markup,
Have
isn't
you
it?
seen all the money that we supposedly sent over to Ukraine that didn't make it and stuff?
I've seen stories of it.
That's wild. If that's really true, man. Like
Yeah,
that's
I
really
mean,
wild,
I
man.
saw a story where he said that of the 177 million, Zelensky was aware of where 77 million
Yeah, that's
was.
him saying that's all he got.
Yeah. So
That's wild,
What does
man.
that tell you?
Yeah, that's a lot of money missing. A lot.
Who's missing it though?
It might
Nobody's
be
been
missing.
missing it. Nobody's been missing it till now. And so they just went in this one department because they knew right off the bat
No, yeah.
there were a lot of things in there.
That's a
But this is just
bunch.
the first one.
Yeah.
I mean, how many departments do we have where we're wasting that money? I mean, if you could get all that money back, I mean, why can't, man, you ought to be able to help everybody here that
This
needs
is why,
help, bro.
This is why people stay in senates and stuff their whole life because they just sit there and just bank off our
they're
taxes.
getting rich off
yeah,
of it.
man.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they're getting rich off that money.
God.
You can't retire from the Senate with $80 million when you make $240,000 a year.
Right. Yeah, do the math.
Math it up. If you never spent a dime, maybe, but that ain't reality. That ain't what's going on.
No, man. No.
You know, that ain't how it went.
No.
Her husband's in real estate investment. Yeah, of course he is.
In
Yeah.
Dubai.
Right. Yeah, no, I understand. Yeah, no, I hope, I don't care what anybody thinks. I don't care what anybody thinks about it. I don't care if it pisses off a lot of people. I hope they go through every account there is.
If it's gonna save us as Americans money, yes, do
Let's
what you
level
need to
it.
do, man.
Let's do it. Because this bloated bullshit stuff that's been going on for so long,
Gotta stop.
because they never stop asking for more money.
no,
I'll tell you that.
No.
No, but you're right. We got to term limit them out. That's the only solution you've got. You've got to put them on a term limit of 5 or 6 years. I'd say
Yeah.
one term and you're done.
Yeah. They
No
said
lobbying, none of that after. Just one term. You go
Biden
back
was
to
the
life.
youngest one to get into the Senate and the oldest to be a president. Like he rode that train the
The
whole
whole
way,
way.
man.
Yeah.
Ain't no telling how much that guy banked over all them years, man.
I mean, I didn't want to say it, but I mean, he did pre-pardon all these people. Who's ever heard of that? Let me pardon you in advance. Well, thanks for tipping me
Yeah,
off.
I was explaining to my wife. She's
Thanks
like,
for
"What
telling
does
me where
that
the
mean?" I
bodies
was
are
like,
buried.
"So that means that anything that they did from this day prior is knocked. Like it don't matter if they got caught for it or allegedly
It's not.
anything.
They can't be charged with
Nothing.
it. Right.
They just got clean slates. Like,
Well, they'll argue, well, I'm protecting them from political retribution. But if there ain't no crime, what do you got to worry
if
about,
there's
bro?
no crime, you shouldn't worry about the time.
Well, you shouldn't have to block anything. I mean, right?
Right?
They'd have to make up a crime or something.
Man, yeah.
No, it's silly, man. It's yeah. No, this is overdue.
They should give Americans one pardon. Like you should get one pardon in your lifetime. Like
like
pardon-
a mulligan.
Yeah, you could be like, all right, you could use it on you or like your best friend. Depends on what they did. Like
Yeah.
no hardcore felonies or something. You'd be like, all right, I'm gonna use mine.
No violence. How about that? No violence in it. But you can do it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody needs that one.
No,
you know?
everybody needs that one. Well, listen, I see that our guy is here. We're going to do a quick intermission, okay, so we can get him set up. You're going to be very excited. We're going to interview him and get him set up. So give me just 1 second, and we'll be right back. All right, I am back, and I'm sitting here with Akeem Kemp.
Yeah.
Akeem Kemp is, man, he is a guitarist extraordinaire. Akeem, tell people a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and how you got into music.
I'm from Moulton, Arkansas. I got into music. I started playing gospel at a young age. I was about 12, I believe, when I
Mhm.
started.
Yeah.
And I
Put you
started.
in it. There you
All
go.
right, I started singing in a gospel group, like I said, and I wasn't playing a guitar yet.
Okay.
We had musicians, and they were older than us. We were like 12, 13 or so, and so we had a lot of little gigs. We were going to sing every Sunday
Yeah.
and stuff like that, and they stopped showing up. And so me and my cousin, we were like, dang, we don't got any musicians. We got to start, playing our music ourselves. So I picked up guitar at like 12, and I was so into it, like by 13, I kind of had it.
Really?
Yeah, it
So
took me
by
like
13, you felt like you were playing pretty good. Now, let me ask: do you do this by ear? Or you just did it by
straight by ear.
So you not weren't using music sheets, wasn't a band practice. This
I
was
don't know
straight
nothing
picked it
about
up.
that.
Nothing about that, man.
Nope.
That's what I love.
I listened to it, and
And you just pick it up.
that's it.
You just know where to go.
Yeah.
What where do you feel like your music love lies? Which is there a genre over another that you like more?
Uh, you
Or
know, I like blues, but I like to do it all.
yeah,
My first album is actually called "I Like It All."
I like it all.
I like country, blues, rock, hip hop. I like it all,
You just want to play.
everything.
Yeah. What makes a great guitarist,
Mm.
Akeem?
To be the to be versatile, I'll say.
Yeah.
Not just stick with one thing.
Right.
Be able to go all over the place.
Right.
Not stick with, because I hear a lot of people that just play in, particular one scale, just
Mhm.
kind of one area. Like, no, you can kind of go all over the place.
Right.
People, guitar players, know that you can play the same thing here, you can play it down there, just in a different way.
Right. Right. Just move
So
that chord or
yeah,
whatever.
that's
Yeah.
it.
I got you. I
That's
got
it.
you. Okay. All right. So you said your first album is called "I Like It All." How
I
many
like it all.
albums have you had?
Just two.
Two. Now, what's your second album?
It's called "A Woman Needs Love."
A Woman Needs Love.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Now, when did you drop that one?
That one came out 2016.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And now, are you gonna drop another album in the future?
I'm working on dropping another one. This one here is gonna be part 1 and 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
A
just,
double album?
I wouldn't even call it a double album.
Just part 1 and 2?
I'm gonna just split it.
Okay.
Because it's basically gonna be about 5 tracks a piece
Okay.
instead of doing like two.
I got you.
full
Makes
albums.
sense. Makes sense.
And last year I planned on to put it out, but it kind of made more sense to do 2 in the same year. It just looked better
Yeah.
on paper.
No, I get that.
Rather than 24, 25, I just want to do both of them.
Right, in 2020, 25. Yeah.
So I was like, I pushed it back a little bit. I
Are
was supposed to release it in September. So
Are you an independent artist?
independent.
You're fully, so you do everything yourself.
Myself. Yeah, everything's been funded out of my pocket since I
Yeah.
was 17.
Wow,
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Do you produce your tracks too, or do you have a producer you
No,
work
I got
with?
a producer, Chad Wigley. He usually mixes all of my stuff.
Okay.
Greenwood Studio.
Greenwood Studios?
Yeah.
Where's that at?
It's in Conway.
In Conway?
Yeah.
Okay, I hadn't heard of those
Shout
guys.
out
They're
to
pretty
Chad.
cool. What up,
Yeah.
Chad? What's the name of it?
Greenwood Studio.
Greenwood Studios.
His name is Chad Wigley.
Chad, you need. Hey, man, we need to have you as a partner on the show, Chad.
Yeah, when you get him up here.
Yeah, we need Greenwood represented on this show. So
Mhm.
let's get you down here, man. Sometime I want to talk a little bit about your studio and what you got going on there. All right, so today, if somebody wanted to get your music, Akeem, how would they do that? Where's the best way to do it?
Any platform you got.
Spotify, iHeart, any of the
Apple
Amazon,
Music,
doesn't matter.
Whatever you got.
And you just
yeah.
search for Akeem Kemp. That's
Akeem.
Akeem Kemp, like Sean Kemp,
There you go.
Kemp,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. And so today I'm going to do something I haven't done before because I did watch some of your stuff
Mhm.
before you came, after Chad told me about you, and I was like, man, this guy's got it. You know what I mean? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these mics over here so you can play, and I'm just going to let you play until you're done playing.
Right.
So however long you want to play, if you want to do one song, you want to do 3 songs, I don't care, man. That's strictly up to you. It's all on you today because I know what you got, and I know I want to hear it. I'm excited to hear it. So I damn well know these folks are going to be excited to hear it.
See what I can do.
All right, but and again, no pressure here.
Right.
But let me get these mics turned, and you go ahead and get over there. I'll get the camera set up and get these mics moved. Everybody be patient now. I know you were already patient. That's what you're telling me. I don't want to hear this yet. Yeah, it's all tricky now. All right, man. It's this is your world. I'm gonna adjust this camera. Oops, sorry. And so everybody can see you. Let's see. Hold on here. Let me switch cameras.
That mic gonna pick me up?
Yes. Yeah, definitely. Hold on one second here.
So let me play a little blues for y'all. Is that alright?
Yeah, that'd be great.
I'm gonna take you back. So this is a little song I like to do, but I do it a little artist rendition, I guess I can say. You know, so check it out. I said, come on, baby, don't you wanna go? I said, come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Back to the sweet old place, sweet home Chicago. I said, come on, baby, don't you wanna go? I said, come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Back to the sweet old place, sweet home Chicago. 1 and 1 is 2, 2 and 2 is 4. Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? I said, come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Back to the sweet old place, sweet home Chicago. I got another one for you. See if I can get it up. Y'all know Little Temptations?
Oh, yeah.
I got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I got the month of May. Well, I guess you say what can make me feel this way, my girl. Talking about my girl, my girl. I got so much honey, the bees envy me. I got a sweeter song, baby, than the birds and the bees. Well, I guess you say what can make me feel this way, my girl. Talking about my girl, my girl. Oh! Well, I guess you say what can make me feel this way, my girl. Talking about my girl, my girl.
Man, that's awesome, man. That's great.
Appreciate it.
All right, let me switch us back here real quick. And boy, a big thank you to Akeem. That was an amazing performance. Hold on one second here. Let me get this right. What's going on, camera? Well, that's good enough then. You know what? This is a fitting way to end the show. His visual was a lot better than mine, so we're out. Look, there's something came back. That's hilarious. Listen, we'll, yeah, hold on a second. Let's see if we can. No, we're done. It's just time. We'll see you later. Out late.